Hi, it's Mrs. Pope, and today we're going to be talking about operations with polynomials. This is part 2. Our goal today is to add, subtract, and find the degree of a polynomial. So we'll be doing these 3 things. Quick vocab: the degree of a polynomial is the degree of the monomial with the highest degree. I know that sounds a little confusing. Don't worry, we're going to work through it. But just remember, if you're trying to find a degree of a polynomial, which is many things like added together, it's the degree of when you look at each individual monomial, and the one that has the highest degree, that is the degree of the polynomial. And to find the degree of those individual monomials, all the exponents are added together. So this is a monomial because there are no plus or minus signs. So the degree here would be the exponents, 3 and 7 added together, the degree would be 10. All right, so example 1, state the degree. We have a binomial here. We have 1/4 x to the 4th y cubed minus 8x to the 5th. So we have 2 terms, and we want to figure out which of these has a greater degree, and that's the degree we're going to use, because we're looking for the degree of the monomial with the highest degree. Well, this monomial has a degree of 7, right? Because we would add the 4 and the 3. This has a degree of 5. So the degree of this polynomial together would be the highest one, which would be 7. Here, this has a degree of 6, because the y has an exponent of 1. This has a degree of 5, and this has a degree of 2. So the degree of this polynomial is the degree of the highest monomial, which would be 6. And finally, degree of 5, degree of 2, degree of 8, and no degree. So 8 would be the degree of that polynomial. What about here? X to the 1/2 plus x plus 4. Degree? Trick question. No degree. Why is there no degree here? Because this is not a polynomial. It's not a polynomial because the exponent has a fraction. So it is not a polynomial. Trick question. Here, x to the power of -3 plus 2x to the power of -2 plus 6. Degree? Another trick question. Not a polynomial. And why is it this time? Because of the negative exponent. So watch out for that. We don't want to fall for any tricks. You want to understand what a polynomial is before you can find its degree. And remember, monomials cannot have negative numbers, fractions, or radicals as their exponents. This had a negative, that had a fraction. So those are not, in fact, monomials. And if you put a bunch of monomials together that aren't monomials, it's not going to be a polynomial either. All right, adding and subtracting polynomials. We're going to add them, and we just add the like terms. I'll show you 2 separate ways. One way is you could just write them like this. You could think 4x squared. Here's my x squared. Here's my x squared. And then you could say 4x minus 2x squared. Then we'd have 2x squared. Then we would go and look for the x's, the x terms. There's minus 5x, 3x. So minus 5x, negative 5x, minus 3x is going to be minus 8x. And then, of course, the constants are left. We have 6 minus -1, or 6 plus 1, which would be 7. So you can just look at them and match them up with their like terms, the squareds with the squareds, x with the x, constant with the constant. Or, and let's look at the degree before we move on. The degree here, this has a degree of 2, 1, none, so the degree is 2. Or the other way you could do it is line them up like you first learned how to do addition and subtraction in elementary school. So we would have 6x squared minus 7x plus 8 plus, and we're going to put everything that goes right underneath its like term. So minus 4x squared, be careful, you want to make sure you put these in order, plus 9x minus 5. So that way I have everything lined up, and then you just simply add. So 6 plus -4 is 6 minus 4, which would be 2x squared. -7 plus 9 would be 2x. And then 8 plus -5, or 8 minus 5, would be 3. And of course the degree here, 2 again. All right. That's all we have today. Thanks for watching, and remember, you are responsible for your own learning.